Hey everyone, I'm outside today. I wanted to film this glorious blue sky day with a nice light breeze and talk about the benefits of the sun and how essential it is to get 15 minutes of it every day. You know, there are so many fears that have been generated about how harmful the sun is, and none of it is true. The fact is, what we are eating will often contribute to skin cancers, particularly seed oils, highly processed foods, and a lot of those were introduced in the 60s. Now, prior to that, many seniors who are watching this and have lived through those times knew that, we didn't get the propaganda around sunscreens and skin cancer. It just wasn't an issue. Humans have lived for thousands of years on the planet without skin cancer, without sunscreens. And what happened is in the 60s, the pharmaceutical companies introduced these sunscreens, and a lot of them had toxic chemicals in them, which in fact has been shown to cause skin cancer. But even the ones that are natural, they're still blocking the sun. And that's the whole idea. They're designed to stop the absorption of vitamin D through our skin. And through our skin, we absorb the healing rays of the sun, not just vitamin D, but many, many other elements that haven't even been talked about. Humans have survived and thrived out in the sun for centuries without skin cancer, without sunscreens. In fact, in the 40s, 50s, the health farms of the day always had sunbeds outside and encouraged people to get sun on their bodies, as the nurses, the medical system did then. They encouraged us to get outside in the sun to heal illness. The sun, there is no other source of vitamin D that is absorbed into our bodies like the sun. And people who are taking synthetic vitamin D that's been manufactured by the big pharmaceutical companies, they'll be lucky whether they're getting a fraction of the so-called vitamin D in their bodies. These synthetic elements are unable to be recognized by the body and absorbed, and because most people's gut, they don't have the microbiome, the acids, they have often low hydrochloric acid, they can't break these tablets or liquid vitamin D down. It doesn't get absorbed. Many tablets just get passed out through the body. They're quite useless, and that's been even shown. Now, the interesting thing, when I wrote a book, the second one in 2005, I did talk about the studies, and I did a lot of research into this. In fact, the National Cancer Institutes were also recommending people get out and get 15 minutes of sun a day, because it was shown that people who did that had a 50 to 85% reduction in their risk factors for breast, colorectal, pancreatic, prostate, colon, these kind of cancers. Huge reduction. And of course, vitamin D is needed for our immune system. And fortunately, what's happened today is we have more and more people staying inside, particularly older people, frightened of the sun. And consequently, not only is their mood lowered, they're depressed, but they're more susceptible to infections and illnesses, and they don't recover as well. So this is what's going on. There is nothing that can surpass the healing rays of the sun. So I wanted to just share this video with you today. Don't be frightened of it. Like I said, humans have existed for thousands of years and thrived. All life on Earth needs the sun. And there are many elements, like I said, that haven't even been, discovered, that are absorbed through the sun. So you'll sleep better. We know that it increases melatonin in the body, for sure. And how many people are having insomnia, especially if they're spending a lot of time inside and they have to take sleeping tablets? It's a free and easy solution when you can go out in the sun, when you've got a lovely blue sky like this, and by getting 15 minutes of sun, you'll sleep better. Your melatonin production increases, The cycles of sleep and wake are a lot more in sync. You'll have stronger bones, of course. That's the other thing that's been shown. Osteoporosis. Like I said, a vitamin D supplement's not going to do it for you. The sun will. It'll elevate your mood. Serotonin's produced. Um, there's so many functions that the sun will enhance in your body, and so there's no reason to not go out in it. So don't get caught up in the fear. This has all been concocted to sell more of these products, sunscreens that actually block your absorption of vitamin D and add toxicity to the body. So go out, get your 15 minutes of sun a day. You'll feel so much healthier, you'll feel joyful, and you'll keep well. And that's what we want to do as we get older and be happier. Okay, bye for now.